A lot of people are commenting that Penelope fixed her metabolism because she's 19, and I'm here to tell you that you can fix your metabolism at any age.
And I'm here to tell you that if you join our program, you can do the exact same thing.
Well, yeah, because our accountability group helps you every step, every day, in every way, because right now it's more affordable than it's ever going to be, so get on it.
Lose weight by the new year instead of right after the new year.
Yeah, stay ahead of the game. Most people think that their metabolism is broken. I know myself, I thought my metabolism was broken. I was certain that I had just destroyed it with all the dieting and the fasting and deprivation and all the things, right? You thought the same thing because you simply weren't losing weight, even though you were trying so hard. And I know you can relate. So how do you fix your metabolism? We want to share this with you in this video because Penelope and I have lost over 250 pounds combined. And we know firsthand how hard it can be, but the struggle has a lot of gold in it. And we have uncovered it. And we also want to save you the trouble by giving you some of the tips that we used that we figured out the hard way, so you don't have to.
We noticed that 94.5% of you are not subscribed, and to the 5.5% that are, we love you. Number 1, eat foods that your cells recognize. What does that mean? Eating foods that are from nature, that your eyeballs recognize. Hey, that's a carrot. Hey, that's a piece of grass. Don't eat grass, but eat foods that look like grass. Lettuce, kale, mushrooms, onions.
Oh my gosh, yeah, your body recognizes food that was grown in nature, and that is whole foods. That means like not ultra-processed oils, not ultra-processed flours, not ultra-processed sugars, right? So foods that are not like manufactured, right? Just getting the carrot from the garden and shredding it in your salad or braising it or doing something fun with it that you love, but eat food that your body recognizes. Like protein sources are a great way to help your metabolism.
Organic, 100% grass-fed, regeneratively raised if you can find it. Pasture raised.
You're eating animal products. Yeah.
We've got a lot of girlies who've been in the chat who've been like, yeah, I eat beef and this is this, and I'm like, okay, but 100% grass finished, 100% grass fed. You know, I'm really like.
And I just want to recognize there is a price tag associated with that. So if that's not in your budget, then there are a lot of ways to really eat well and lose weight, even if you're a plant-based eater. And that's my area of expertise. And so, you know, wherever you are on the spectrum, great. But if you are going to eat animal products, you definitely need to be making sure that they are grass-fed, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, all that kind of good stuff, because it's really important to eat food that your body recognizes. That means that when your cells don't recognize the food, they are starving, and it's actually going to harm your metabolism over time. I was on antibiotics my entire childhood, and every time you're on antibiotics, and I'm not saying you shouldn't take them, I'm just saying that there are some consequences when you do take them, and I took many of them. And it's like taking an atom bomb to your gut, and it destroys your gut. And so I've had to rebuild it. A big way I have rehabilitated my metabolism, and you've rehabilitated your metabolism, is really focusing on your gut health. And what does that mean? There are so many layers to this conversation. We can only really address a few things, but definitely having fiber in your diet is a way to help the bacteria, the good bacteria, grow in your body. Another way that you can rehabilitate your metabolism at any age might surprise you. And that is getting natural sunlight on your skin and in your eyeballs every day. I would encourage everyone to get out before 10 a.m. just to protect yourself from any of the harmful rays, and then again in the evening just before sunset, if that's possible. I can't emphasize enough how important this is and how so many of us are not doing this. We live a life that's entirely indoors. Many of us are not even comfortable going outside because it's too windy, it's too sunny, it's too many bugs, or it's too whatever. But it is really important for your cells and for your metabolism, and adhering to what I would call the circadian rhythms of your life, which there's a lot of research. There was a Nobel Prize won on the research around circadian rhythms, and what that means is rising with the sun, going to sleep shortly after the sun sets. And this actually is a really important point in losing weight and keeping the weight off, because your body is going to burn differently. Whereas if you're staying up until midnight every night and you're waking up at 9 a.m., you're missing some really important like metabolic times where your body goes into fat burning mode and your cells get activated and your mitochondria are working better. And so this is something that I really want you to take to heart, because it's an unusual thing and it might take you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but it's really important. I know Penelope is up every day at sunrise and she goes to bed shortly before, sometimes sunset, because we're in longer day periods of the year, but you do, and I think it's made a big difference for your weight loss journey.
I feel like it has. I think it also, because of my weight loss, and it's been helping my weight loss, yes, but it's been helping my stress. So I'm less stressed because I get to start the day a little bit earlier than everyone else, and I get to take care of my needs, my mental needs, my quiet time, and a lot of people probably relate to that, because like for me in my house, everyone's awake at 6, so it's like there's no peace after 6.
That's my fault, by the way.
But before 6, there's this peace, and that gives me peace in my body and my heart, so I can take care of what I need to do, and the rest of the day can be la 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 la. Because the rest of the day, I feel like we're all trying to calm our responses to life, and so if you have an hour where you don't have to calm your responses to anything except for take care of yourself, it's a good time.
Yeah, so honoring the circadian rhythms is also what I'm hearing you say is like a stress management tool.
Yeah.
As well, because if we don't manage our stress, you can't expect your metabolism to repair because you're probably not sleeping well, which is a whole nother topic.
And the earlier you wake up, the easier it is to prepare for the weight loss foods that you have to make, and the prep and the cleanup, because being healthy is a kind of job.
We have to plan, and your planning is how you're going to succeed, and that's just the truth of it. The last point in this video that we want to share with you is exercising until you sweat. On our radar is Casey Means, who's an MD, wrote a great book called Good Energy. I hope you all look at that book. It's got incredible advice in it, and we just love the work that she's doing. But she talks about something which I've known about, but I really want to bring back onto our radar as well, is thermogenesis, which means, for me, sweating and cooling. Not everyone has a cold plunge, but you can take a cold shower. You can also sweat, like exercise until you sweat. If you're not sweating, you're really doing yourself a disservice. And there are people who can't even sweat. Like they try to sweat and they're like, why am I not sweating? That's something you should pay attention to. We sweat every day, and I know it can be an issue if you like have your hair done. It can be an issue about your makeup, but like try to fit it in. Try to figure out when you can sweat. Maybe take a hot bath, but it's really important to get your body in these different cold and hot. It helps your metabolism, it helps your hormonal health, and I like this movement. It's feeling good on my spine. I'm not really into sitting for this long.
Continue.
Sorry, this is probably really annoying to look at.
Continue. No, I'm here for it. Continue.
Thermogenesis, Penelope. It really helps also with skin elasticity, believe it or not.
So every morning I wear 3 or 4 layers when I sweat, and I sweat through 3 layers. So I'm very sweaty, and I put a little hat on. You guys may have seen it on social.
You probably don't even like notice it anymore, because it's like if you don't sweat that much, you probably don't even feel like you're doing a workout.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm working out. I'm like, wait, I'm not sweating as much. What's wrong with me? It's like because I didn't bring my 5 layers of clothes.
But in the beginning, it was probably really uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, why is there sweat dripping from all of my pores? And now you're just used to it. So wherever you are in that camp, definitely hydrate well if you're sweating a lot. But know that thermogenesis is a great way to heal your metabolism. I hope that this video has provided some value for you. And if you would be so kind, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. I'm curious what your next step is going to be. We love to hear from you. Your comments inspire us, they encourage us, they inform us, so please do stay in the conversation, get involved, and join our program. We help women to beat obesity with our Step It Up system in just 90 days. Click the link in the description to learn how to lose weight without drugs like Ozempic.